much. Gotta say, goedemiddag. Welcome to another episode of Young African and Proud. I'm your host, Chantal Muchaya, and today mhm, we are all the way back to Uganda. I know, right? And we
Yeah.
are meeting a lady who is making waves when it comes to climate justice. I mean, whether she's modeling for climate justice or she's, having initiatives that are aimed at promoting climate justice, she's doing it all. So without further ado, Sharon Natukunda, welcome to the show, my lady.
Thank you so much, Chantal. I am happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for hosting me. And you let me know if I have to reintroduce myself once again, or you can just
You look
proceed.
absolutely, you look beautiful. You look absolutely gorgeous. I am just blown away by how beautiful you are and how beautiful your background is as well.
Thank you so much. It's just
So for
Africa
those,
working within our
Mhm.
means. Yeah,
Can you repeat that for us?
I say that it's Africa. That's how we are working together with the plastics to see that we repurpose them and ensure we
I
have
love it.
buildings like this. This is just a building, like you can see, just
Oh
made out of plastic.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So you are actually, you are saying it as it goes. You're not just preaching, you're practicing what you preach, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So for those that are wondering what's happening with the background, who is this beautiful, gorgeous lady? What do you have to say to us? I'm not sure if
And
you had my question.
yes, I heard that our people out there asking, like, we are practicing what we preach. Like, we are not only speaking about climate, we are practicing what we actually talk about. So today, when we had this interview, I had to find a very beautiful place that was constructed by some of the young people here in Uganda. Yeah, it's a plastic building and it's really amazing. I know I can really take you around and see how beautiful it is.
It is
Yeah.
beautiful. It is
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
The
Thank you.
creativity is beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So for those that are wondering who is Sharon and why does she have, this beautiful building that promotes sustainable development, what's happening? Who is Sharon?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shanti. Well, Sharon Natukunda is here, and I am a climate justice activist. I am also an entrepreneur, a social entrepreneur that works with maximizing profits, but of course also working with people, working to support people grow. And I am a business coach. I am a certified business coach. I work with some organization here in Uganda called Action for Health. We offer facilitations, trainings, coaching to young girls and women below the age of 35 years to integrate their innovations, their businesses into reproductive health. Yeah, and Sharon Natukunda here is also a founder. I'm a founder of Green Homeland Initiative. Green Homeland is my baby. I call it my baby because I founded it with all the passion I had after all the work I've been doing. So, Green Homeland Initiative is a social enterprise that's a champion climate action and reproductive health. So, in that regard, as Green Homeland Initiative, we promote climate activities, climate action, and reproductive health in form of ensuring that young women have access to menstruation towels, sanitary pads. So we train them, and as well as we sell them at a fair price. And we are in the process of having our second prototype that will be very out before this year. We have tested the first one, and the community loves it. They love the pads, and because even when you don't have money to buy, you can definitely do it. Produce that pad, be able to sew it using your hands and the needle, and as long as you have a thread, you use it and have the sanitary towel with you. So that is Sharon Natukunda. And lastly, yes, I'm a queen. I am Miss Climate Change Awareness Uganda, second runners up, been crowned by an organization called ATEI. ATEI is African Tourism and Environment Initiatives Uganda, and it's an organization that promotes environment and tourism as well. So I am the second runners up. Miss Climate Change Awareness. We've been crowned in recently, so I'm a newly crowned queen. So happy to be here at Young African and Young African Proud. Thank you, Chanti.
Amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
When we are talking about African excellence, my lady, we are talking about you. You're like a living testimony of African excellence. You know, all these different initiatives that you're involved in, blown away, and they're all making a positive impact in your community. So well done to you and your team. Um,
Thank
you are doing impressive work. So, what got you into climate change? Were you always passionate about climate change?
you. Yeah, sure. What actually got me into climate change? First of all, I don't want to speak about the effects that as Africans we've been facing, but I want to first talk about the passion that drives me all day and night. The passion for me to advocate for climate justice was that I grew up as a person, as a young girl. Growing up, I grew up with my parents, living in Uganda, central parts of Kampala, which is a bit like moderate, and the living environment was really very cool. But time happened when I encountered a gender-based violence when I was growing up, seeing my mother going through that, and were dragged to the village. So testing the village, testing town life, but also testing village life was a bit unfair for me because I wasn't used of the time. You know, when you're a teenager, you want to leave town, electricity, so many beautiful things in town. And then if you drop to the village because of maybe the gender-based violence that my mom went through, and we couldn't keep up with our father, so we had to be taken to the village. So this is where the whole story starts. When I was living in our small village in the western part of Uganda, we stayed there for about like 2 years to 3, and we faced a lot of challenges that we were not used as personally as a young girl. You have to adapt to the situation of villages, like you have to adapt to the situation of the community. You do not I wore shoes, but then later the shoes was torn. I wasn't used to fetch water from deep well, like you have to travel for a long distance to collect water. I had to get that in a hard way. Remember, every child is getting a jerrycan to go. um Hello.
Yes, you're still here. We can hear you.
Yes, Nancy, you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you. You were just saying every child has to get a jerry can.
Yes, yes, yes. And fetching firewood, fetching water is a little bit okay, but then there is fetching firewood, collecting firewood to be able to cook food. That was my worst point of life because you had to go to the swamp, you had to go to the forests, walking a long distance, bringing and then putting the firewood at home in the kitchen, starting to use the firewood to cook. The smoke that I inherited at a time, I actually, by the time I spent 3 years there, I had, when my mom finally they had to reconcile and all that. When she came to pick us, I and my two brothers, I had developed a disease called asthma because of it was too cold a little bit, but also the smoke that I was inhaling, like it had quite a little bit of challenges to my health. So from that time, from the time I noticed that it is not only me who is just facing all the challenges I faced as a teenager, but I just put in the picture of myself. What are other women, the villages, my grandmothers, my aunties, my friends that I left in the village, what they are going through? Okay, it's for them. It sounds like a normal situation, but actually it isn't. So from there, when I went to high school, when I left primary, because from there I finished my primary level. So I came to Kampala. I came back to town. I started to I pursued my further studies in high school. So my
Mm-hmm.
passion for that, for climate, for advocating for alternative solutions that can be sustainable, started from there. I saw how people are cutting down trees just to collect firewood. Because if you do not have trees, you don't have firewood, then you forget about the eating. So I started the passion, starting small with my small community, the small clubs that the school I went to. We started form clubs, environmental clubs, and started speaking about the things. Little, we didn't have a lot of information, but we had we had the information from our teachers talking about environment, and then I related to the situation that I'd gone through. So
Mm-hmm.
all about experiences that people face, including deforestation, including the pollution that comes out of the smoke, inheriting the smoke because of using firewood, the traditional methods of cooking. So this is how my passion started. I just wanted to bring that story because it a little bit reconnects from how I developed the passion. So from my high school, and then the passion kept on growing because I had so many information, a different organization to come at school to tell us more about environments. Then they made me the cheerleader for my team, for my environmental group in my high school. So I started championing out. We go for events, planting trees, advocating for sustainable solutions until when I joined university, and when I was elected to become the counselor of my faculty, and then I championed it more because I had the space to talk about all this. So until today, when I was crowned climate change awareness queen, and this is how my passion started way back in my teenage age.
Impressive. For community that are suffering. And what you did is you learned this new skill and you didn't say, well, I've learned this new skill and I'm going to leave it at that. No, you empowered others. And for me, I love how now women can easily make their own pets. That's a skill that you taught them.
Yeah.
So impressive, impressive, impressive. So before we get into the Greenland Initiative or the Green Homeland Initiative, I just want us to talk a little bit more about the modeling career. I mean, hello, you are royalty. Can you share with us a little bit more about that? Like,
I,
hi.
okay, yes, I'll talk about my modeling career. For when it was just recently when Cole came out, of course, like with any youth opportunity that come out. So when I looked at it, I've always been admiring seeing the Miss, Miss World, Miss Uganda, and how they resonate with their beauty, but beauty with the purpose. And I could love to follow them on their pages, see how it goes. And recently, I never had it in my mind that there could come a pageantry that speaks about Miss Climate Change. I usually about Miss Tourism. People have always heard about Miss Uganda, and maybe culture misses. We have here misses that and cultures, different culture. So I never thought about something like, especially when we talk about climate change, uh, that is a disaster that we have to fight as a nation, as a country, as a world, and
Mhm.
and some other people out there who have the same idea, who have the same mindset with us, be there and then think about uh, be there and then think about organizing such a very cool pageantry. So this is how it came, and when I looked at a call, it was just 6 p.m.
Mhm.
On on my laptop. Then I looked at the call. I'd be like, do I qualify? When I checked out the eligibilities, I was like, maybe I could give it a try. When I read through what they required, they needed someone who is very passionate about climate justice. And what I noticed that climate justice does not only affect because I advocate for clean energy, clean cooking, and when it comes to climate justice and reproductive health, it's definitely you cannot speak one and leave out the other. Like they work like this, they're very tight. So speaking about
Mhm.
empowering everybody, And regardless of their statuses, regardless of their agenda, this affects us all. So when I saw the call, of course, I had to give it a try, applied. I just waited for the feedback. Yeah. So when time came in, of course, I was emailed that I've been shortlisted. I have to come for audition. And so I was really excited. I remember telling my mom that it is now maybe high time for me to champion now climate justice in
Mm.
a beauty way. Speaking about things with confidence when people have to
True.
hear. So that's how I joined the Miss Climate Change. We went for auditions. Of course, it was interviews I went through. So they selected me the second time. The thing I passed through that, and I loved the entire process because we went to the boot camp. It was a lot of information that we learned. The organization in Uganda, I actually appreciate African Tourism and Environment Initiatives. It gave us the knowledge that we actually didn't know. Because
Mm.
leave alone the fact that they needed young women that are out there that are championing for climate, and their work is visible, but
Mm.
they been having the opportunity maybe to be heard from other communities. You understand that there are so many activists out there that are doing amazing work, but they have not been recognized.
True.
So,
Very true.
this brought about as recognizing the young women in grassroots, young women in grassroots that are doing amazing work for justice. And yeah, the finals came. Of course, it took a long time, training us and learning a lot of things. Then the finals came, and we were so many young girls in the competition. And when the finals came, of course, it was chancy. I don't want to tell you that we did a lot of things, modeling. Of course, you go through a training, how to model. I used to
Mm.
admire. I didn't know really how to do it very perfectly. But in the boot camp we had, you had to be trained how to walk like a queen, how to
Oh,
wear, how to like we were taught, despite the fact that we were taught about uh, climate information, how to tackle the challenges within our communities, how you can find possible solutions within your community. We were also told about, in case if you're requested to be on the TV, how you're going to inspire other more young people, in case you're invited, how you're going to inspire more young people who are looking at you to be able to have a heart to advocate for what you believe in. So when I was
amazing.
given a chance, I didn't see it, honestly, I didn't see it coming. And when I was announced, like they announced like first runners up, second, but I didn't expect, because there were so many beautiful girls, there were so many young girls out that are doing projects. And when my name was announced as the second runners up, I didn't see it coming. Oh my God. I just can't recall the moment. How I was like, wow, this is really amazing. It is just a credit to God that just saw me out of the, and I was among the top three. We had Queen, then the first runners up, of course, the second runners up. So I was very happy about
I
that.
love that.
So that's my, and today I am using my title to speak about so many things as Miss Climate Change Awareness, to create
Mm.
awareness. We use our voices, we use our platforms to speak about issues that concern climate, that solutions that can be sustainable, speaking about using our voices, using our talent to present and showcase what we can do to be able to get off the disaster of climate crisis, because it's affecting everyone, and the pain is being felt in Uganda and Africa. So this is
Mm.
a very good opportunity. And when I saw your invitation, Young African and Proud, I was so excited because I've been watching you, I've been following the page, seeing how young girls are shining on this platform. And when I saw my fellow colleague who was here one time, and I was very happy. I remember sharing all her posts everywhere. So I was like, yes, girl, the young African and proud to shine. So, so
And here you are.
yeah, thank you so much. I was really waiting for
We are very
it.
honored, because you accepted our invitation, and all the work that you have done and still doing is very impressive. And, thank you so much as well. This is you sacrificing your time right now whilst you're busy on a project just to spread awareness. So for me, you really are passionate about what you do. Um, and I also loved when you shared with us that all you did was you tried, you applied. And I think many a times also with young girls and young people out there, we see opportunities, we doubt ourselves, but we don't apply. So whatever opportunities that we see more, I'm hoping that moving forward, they learn from you that just give it a try, apply. You never know, the results. So without taking much of your time, can you please share with us some of your success stories with your own organization? You mentioned the PEDS initiative as well as your background. I see there's plastics. Can you just share with us some of your success with the Green Homeland Initiative?
Yes, thank you so much. With the success stories that I want to share with everyone about Green Homeland Initiative. One, we have managed as Green Homeland. We started as a CBO. CBO is a best organization. We're just a group of people that lived the same passion that I had, and our role was to speak about climate change, do environmental education, and we worked a journey with about 10 primary schools here in Uganda, moving requesting, writing to them officially, requesting for the speak to them about climate education in a simpler way. So I think that's a great milestone because if they see you and they can believe you, they can give you a chance, even when
Mm-hmm.
it's speak about climate education. Let people know that littering plastic, leaving the water running after you brushing or maybe you washing your face, just the small things that you speak with these children, with these pupils, they can actually at least pick one that they will actually practice at them. So our curriculum of climate education or environmental education was not very tailored, speaking about policies, speaking about the carbon credits. No, because these are students, these are young peoples below the age of maybe 12 years from primarily 12 or below 13 years. So we tailored the information to what can be conceived and what can be in practice. So we wrote to about 10 schools and visited them, accepted our invitation, our visit. I and my team, we visited them, spoke about them, and secondly, we also had the opportunity to be selected at the division quarters, as the division quarters of our district, to be one of the CBOs, uh, champion a campaign called Pet Plastic Pollution. So we did a pet plastic pollution campaign where we other partners like Coca-Cola, Rizori, the plastic manufacturing company that joined a campaign uh, to create more awareness. So we did an awareness using a vehicle, vehicles, and then you put speakers on it. Then your team jumps on the vehicle top. Then you put some music that has information. So I think
Wow.
rally. I think you know about rallies.
Yes.
It was all about green homeland and also speaking about pet plastic pollution. We know we have the waste pickers, the people that be in our communities and picking those plastic bottles. And people are always underrated because at the end of the day, they are looking for a survival. Because when they sell plastic bottles, when they sell to these repurposed companies like Coca-Cola, they repurpose them and which makes it a little bit cheaper when they are producing another bottle. So, and these people in communities, these waste bottle pickers are underrated. They're always perceived as thieves, as bad people. So, what we want to create more awareness in our community, because it used to move in a local village, speaking about how these people, if they come to pick maybe your home, just so that you support them because they're also helping you with waste. Because maybe you could, instead of you burning them out, instead of you maybe throwing them in a garbage, just collect them separately. They're called there, them from your house, free of information. We created that information, and people got to know. And it was a partnership with Care Uganda. So it was a project that was given to Green Homeland to move within our division called Matching the Division. And secondly,
Amazing.
then we have also transitioned from a CBO to a social enterprise. Guess what? How does that work? As we went ahead, we started in 2020. Yeah, officially we started in 2022. So about like 3 years. But for the first and the second year, we just officially registered as a enterprise. But we still operate under a CBO. When activities come, the CBO part is there. I have another director who runs the CBO, and then I champion the enterprise. So when we transitioned to a social enterprise, we realized the need in our community. As you understand that recently we celebrated on 28th May, we celebrated the menstrual hygiene, and studies show that in 3 to 4 days in a month, a girl misses when is not at school due to her. Yes, it is 3 to 4 days. A girl misses to have her study, to attend classes, menstruation. So this brings about the statistics that menstruation is still a big challenge. However, it is underlooked. People are speaking about different things. Okay, they are really very well, but the fact that every woman who is under reproductive age menstruates, and these products have not been able to be subsidized prices. So many central, maybe in like Cape Town, maybe in Johannesburg, but there are villages in South Africa that someone
True.
maybe getting $2 a day is a big problem. So we this product help absorb the blood, maybe used in uh, still taxed at still high prices. It becomes really quite difficult for a girl in village, down by village, complete school. They will definitely drop out to look for money to be able to sustain them, or maybe get married to a man, or maybe even a bigger,
True.
and that's early marriages. Someone drops out like 14 years, 15, gets into trouble of getting pregnant, get be raped because they need these products to sustain them, and they do not have money to afford. So how about if
True.
we make a new world order of making menstrual products free in Uganda and South Africa and all to the rest of the world? So that is the world where we champion, and that's my urge. And that was what I noticed in my community, and came out with a social enterprise that trains young girls to do their sanitary towels using the local available clothes, but also to be able to sell them at very affordable prices. So
I love
hopefully that,
that.
yeah, we shall be able to make it out in the market. Yeah.
Hopefully I've got all fingers crossed. And if there's anyone who's looking for an organization to fund, please,
Yeah.
there's an amazing organization that's doing amazing work. Please reach out to them and fund them. So for the sake of time, and I know that you're also having a busy day, can you please share with us if there's anyone who wants to support any of your initiatives, be it through volunteering, donations, or anything else like that, how can they get hold of you? And what is the one agent thing you need help with, as in right now, as in soon, please?
Yes, Chanti. Of course, if there's anyone out there, our partners out there that are listening, that are watching us, and they would want really to support an initiative like Green Homeland, creating a possible world for young women, having access to safe, clean menstrual products available to young women and girls, supporting Green Homeland. Of course, that would be my dream come true. The delay for us not to have a second prototype last year was because we hadn't yet had enough resources. And besides the small work I do, it needs me to still work hard, work more a bit hard, and save quite a lot of money too. But well, it is a process. We are saving slowly. But if there's anyone there that would really want to support our work as Green Homeland Initiative, please kindly come support Green Homeland. We have our platforms that you can maybe access art. We have our X. We have X. We use at Green Homeland One. You see our work, but also we are on Facebook, which we use Green Homeland Initiative. And just in case you'd also want maybe to contact me, speak more, maybe give you more details about Green Homeland Initiative, feel free to also reach me out on LinkedIn. I use Sharon Natukunda, be able to get you, and then we talk in detail. And to respond on Chanti's question, that the urgent need currently. Yes, currently we are looking for um, we are looking for money to purchase the material, because when you look at a pad, a reusable pad, there are three layers we have to use, and the first layers and the second layers that absorb blood. So they're out in the market being sold, but we need with many. So the machine, we have machine one, but we need maybe a second machine for the moment to be able to, at least when the two machines and also the car that help us to cards, because we've been using local seeds to cards. So there are machines that out there that be able to card. So if we can have like at least two machines, and then also which could cost maybe about 3,000 USD. So that could be really amazing, and we could do really a lot of work and a great impact in our community, supporting our young girls and women. Yeah.
Definitely. And for me, you're already doing so much. And what we're going to do is also just share your contact details, underneath the video. And for me personally, if you're doing so much with the little resources you have, now imagine if you're blessed with more. This means you're going to move mountains, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
before we part ways with you, you did share with us your portrait, but you can always share with us on a different video your portrait, because we don't want to keep you. You seem very
Oh,
busy today.
I
Um,
remember. You didn't say it.
so we need to share that as well. But before we get into that, can you please leave us with words of encouragement? So if there's someone who's watching you right now and thinking, wow, she's doing so much, and she's beautiful and she's intelligent and she is kind, I want to become like her. How do I become like her? What can I do to also, you've got this positivity that you carry, this light that you have. So for someone who's looking at you, who's blown away, what words of encouragement do you have for them?
Yes. What I could tell everyone out there that would be maybe be would love to be like me, the young girls out there, the young boys out there, and it is just about resilient and passion in whatever you're doing. Just be passionate about what you're doing. I think this has driven me to where I am today. If I'm doing something, I want it wholeheartedly, and also I want to do it really very perfect. I have a problem of being a perfectionist. Like even my closest friend know, don't just because you're doing, even when you're out there doing work, you on a given a job, please make sure that you do it like no one could do it like you. So with that, definitely you have it go, because even when you leave, they'll always call you. You're the only person that can do it better. Others have done it, but they know that so and so is the one that can do it perfectly. And then lastly, take all those opportunities that comes your way. The edge will always come and go. So you use your young childhood, adolescent, teenage age to be able to pursue whatever comes your way. Do not miss out on opportunities, especially if you're eligible. I know, like you said, Chancy, young people are very tired. Like young people are very weak. I don't know, over they are lazy. I really don't know. My friends, I give an example with my friends. You can share a link and say, please, girls, give it a try. I swear, a few of them will apply. When
True.
they select, be like, when did you share? Like they're so busy with other things. I don't know, they're busy on other things, but let's really take that space. Apply if you can. If you are eligible, give it a try. Don't fear the failures. I don't know how many rejections email I've received with the scholarships I've tried, with the fellowships
Mm,
I've tried, but still this does not stop me from going and applying once again.
I love
At
that.
one day you will make it out. So don't fear rejections. Give it a try.
I
Thank you.
love that. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us. We will share your portrait as well on our different channels. We don't want to take much of your time. Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence, for teaching us about climate change. And I pray for blessings and blessings in every sector of your life, for financial breakthrough as well, because all these
Oh,
initiatives need funding.
thank you so much. Surely. Yeah. Thank you,
Right, sir.
Chanchi. I'm happy to be hosted by Young African Proud. I'm a young African and proud woman, and really, I'm very passionate. Thank you so much.
I'm glad. I'm glad. So that is all from us today. We'll see you again next week. Until then, bye.
Bye.